Nobody likes a wet, rainy baseball game. You don't want to have to cancel games, postpone them, have a weather delay, and be at the mercy of the sky. The process for handling the weather is a little different down in the minor and independent leagues. MLB teams, they can do whatever. If it's delayed all hours of the night, so be it. We've got our TV deal, folks are watching at home, let's just ride it out. And if we can't, we'll fly you back in to make it up or do a doubleheader sometime down the road. Minor league teams don't have the luxury of goofing around with the schedule. Travel days and getaway days are real. In most of the more regional leagues, the teams are traveling by bus, long distances, long travel times, and that means sticking to a strict schedule. Games have to be played. Get them in now, cram a doubleheader in tomorrow, just get official games in the book. In some aspects, it's actually easier to do in the minors because the rules have a little more bend to them in regards to how you handle makeup games. Here are the possible options when weather forces their hand. Cancel or postpone the game. End it, send everyone home. We never want to have to do this, and we'll wait until the last possible minute to concede. There's no conspiracy to keep the fans hostage in the stands, that we know there's no shot of playing and we just want you to go buy more out of concession stands. If the weather is that bad, we all just want to go home too. Turn out the lights, give it another shot tomorrow. That being said, they desperately want to get the game in. Like, hey, yeah, there's a window around 10:30 open, might clear up then, even if it looks pretty iffy. If there's a debate going on behind the scenes of what to do, it stays very tight-lipped. People in charge don't tell the average employee what the game plan is if it's looking rough. So if you ask a stadium worker if we're going back playing at a delay, 99% of the time I can't give a firm answer on the record. And I don't want to spread misinformation in case I'm wrong because it's coming back on me. Only exception are rare times where we're told, okay guys, unless this system magically teleports out of here in the next 10 minutes, we're done, but it doesn't leave this room. Anyway, yeah. Then the game's called. If it's an official game, it's over, and if not, we start again next time, possibly before the scheduled game tomorrow. Unless they decide to suspend the game. In the major leagues, this is only done when the score is tied after 5 innings, but down low, they'll occasionally just hit the pause button if both teams are okay with it. Doubleheader tomorrow. Yay, we get to go home now. Bad news, the marathon tomorrow. If it's suspended, we can complete Game 1, then play the regularly scheduled 9-inning game, or, and you won't see this in the majors, we can cut it short and then play a 7-inning game. Or if it's postponed, 2 7-inning games instead of the normal 2 9-inning games. This prevents them from going into some stupid hour in the night. The first giveaway that you might want to think about having an exit strategy up undercover is if you see someone talking down on the field that isn't normally talking down on the field. If the head groundskeeper or the team GM is talking to the head umpire or home manager between innings, that's warning sign number 1. Not necessarily doom and gloom, they might be talking about how the system is moving away from the stadium and won't actually hit, but if you came in unaware of the forecast, it's a trigger. So rain is in the area, and the tarp call goes out over the radio. This means that everyone who can come assist with getting ready to roll out the tarp needs to come get into position. Tarping the infield is necessary anytime there's heavy rain around game time. The grass itself is in decent shape. Most newer stadiums have at least some kind of drainage system under the grass itself. It's not just plain grass growing on plain dirt. But the infield diamond, the pitcher's mound, home plate, those are just straight up dirt. If they get soaked, they turn into a muddy mess, and at some point there's just nothing you can do about it. So it has to be covered up. But in the minor leagues, you don't have a full-time tarp crew to work with. Major league clubs, you'll see the armada of workers run out of the grounds shop and roll it out. In the minors, most teams just have a head groundskeeper and a couple of assistants to help in watering, raking, and dragging the infield before, during, and after the game. The tarp takes more than 4 guys to roll and stretch out. So tarp call is code for get everyone out of the offices, get anyone that isn't doing something vital to production, and assemble down near the roll-up. If you think that weather is looking a little weird out and you suddenly see a whole crowd of front office employees hovering by the field, this is warning sign number 2 that it's about to get ugly. This is also a great time for employees to realize that there's extremely important work that needs to be done as far away from the tarp as possible. Oh yeah, I had to take the trash out of the club level? Warning sign number 3 is if the PA announcer makes the declaration that lightning is in the area, and for the safety of our fans, we recommend that you seek shelter on the concourse immediately. Then there's no doubt. The umpire's in charge of waving off play. Sometimes it's been raining and starting to come down harder, or sometimes there's a 100% chance that there's going to be a torrential rainstorm or lightning storm because it's like a mile away. so they just get the teams off the field early. You'll see the home plate umpire step out of his crouch, wave his arms, and that's the signal. Pause in play. Players off the field, tarp crew on. From there on, the script can go in 10 different directions. Here's a play-by-play of a delay from early in 2019 relative to what's going on with the scoreboard. Okay, let's just get the game underway. Okay, let's play fast, guys. Please, faster. Okay, hey, we got the lead. Just make it through 5 innings. 5 innings and it's an official game. Then the skies can open up and do whatever it wants. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay, more runs. 5 innings are clear. We've got the lead. Go ahead and dump the rain. Still playing. Please hurry up. Just get some freaking outs so we can get out of here before it hits. We've got the lead. Okay, 9th inning. It's practically right on top of us. Just get 3 more outs. Oh, no. This is the doomsday scenario. We were fine. Skies could have opened up any time late in the game and they might have called it and given us the win. Instead, we coughed it up in the 9th inning, gave up the lead. New Britain's still at the plate, and now the rain comes. Big storm hits. Rain, wind, all the nasty stuff. They've got to get the big tarp undone, cover the diamond, and stake it down. Only this time, in the confusion and effort of the moment, it went on a little crooked, and some of the infield was left exposed. Big storm passes, but the rain keeps on drizzling down. Here's the GM going over it with the umpire like, yeah, we're going to reposition this thing and dump the water off of it, blah, blah, blah. Drag it out into the outfield, put it back. It's calm enough out for some of the players to go meet up and talk crap, just waiting for the rain to move out so we can put the tarp away and dry it all out. Pitching coach coming down with the umpires, big meetings so that they can go over what the deal is with the groundskeeper, the team president, and all the big shots. It's still raining out. So, pause here. Obviously, everyone from our team is saying, hey, look at this, it's soaked out here, still raining, just call the game blue. But calling it now would mean that the effort from New Britain is erased because the inning was completed, so the score would roll back and we would be declared the winners. New Britain's manager is like, whoa, I saw that tarp go on crooked, this is bull. I'm getting my phone out and making a call. So now we've got the umpire talking on a cell phone to someone, probably the league president, trying to sort out what they're supposed to do here. Blah, blah, blah. League probably says something like, okay, I don't care what is going on with the tarp down there. New Britain's not coming back into town until August, so you got to get this game in tonight. Umpire goes back over, gives him his phone back, and tells us the bad news, that we're going to be stuck here waiting this one out. So our big shots pull out their phone and say, hey, come on, man, look at this radar. We got green everywhere. It's going to be hours. Then we got to dry it all out. Might rain some more still. Come on, dude. 9th inning already. Just end it. And we're all up there thinking, oh, jeez, why are you doing this to us? Just give us the win and let us get out of here. The team honcho gathers up the tarp crew and says, okay, here's the deal. We got to peel this thing back and start drying it out. Tell the guys to get all the sand and everything out of the grounds shop. This is serious. Meanwhile, the fans are still here waiting, trying to keep them entertained, doing some video clips, dance competition up at the concourses, pitchers dancing on the field, then pause. It's time to cancel Christmas. This was a fireworks night. Fans were sticking around because we promised them fireworks. But by now it's getting very, very late, and the noise ordinance says that they can't go off after a certain time. Can't launch them off now because then they'd have to all go out and pick up the pieces out of the wet outfield before play can resume. Or by the time that it's dry out, not what you ever want to have to announce.
How long we think we're going to need to get the field ready and get back to our game? And given that we got an 11 o'clock noise ordinance curfew.
The tarp comes off at 10:49 p.m. The drying commences, putting down all the kitty litter, raking, unclogging of the drains around the warning track, but it's clear that it's going to be a long process and not just due to the crooked tarp. The whole playing service took a beating. There's puddles on the warning track, grass is swampy, so the umpire crew makes an executive decision. We win. Oh yeah, you might be lucky enough to witness the players do a tarp slide, but don't count on it. Fun as it is, the team actually would rather they didn't. Could damage the grass underneath and hurt themselves in the process. But you never know.